I don't need that. Put it on the charger. So I just started the live stream and I'm here alone. If you're watching the replay, hi, I thank you for doing that. Thank you very much. And I'm going to wait till maybe someone comes in before I get to kind of what I want to do and why I want to do it. Well, let's see here. While I wait, I did find there's something. Let's see if I can find this. I don't want to just sit here. So I'll read a joke. This is from Reader's Digest. And I got the old people version. Big text. I can read the small text, but it's so much easier to read the big text. A priest and a rabbi are eating their lunch at a restaurant when the priest starts to tease his old friend. And don't worry, Reader's Digest is very PG, I should say. This baked ham is delicious, so much better than your egg salad sandwich, says the priest. You really ought to try it. I know it's against your religion, but I can't understand why such a wonderful food should be forbidden. Tell me, Rabbi, when are you going to break down and try it? And the rabbi told the priest, at your wedding. It's funny, because priests don't get married. Just telling jokes out of Reader's Digest. Yeah, while I wait for people for anybody who's going to come in. And I'll do one more. Now I'm going to save those for this little section right here is for Sock Monkey's live stream tomorrow. Howdy, Pops. Thank you for coming in. I think we're going to have some fun tonight. Okay, why do snails fight? They take off their shells and slug it out. Don't. 3 football fans were talking about this. I'm just trying to be, while I'm waiting for some people to come in, I don't like to sit there silently. I will acknowledge anybody that comes in. We're only talking like 2 or 3 minutes, but I don't want to just sit here. So I decided I'm at the Laughter the Best Medicine section of my large print Reader's Digest that I get. I love Reader's Digest. I have for decades. My grandmother used to get Reader's Digest, and she would read stuff to me when I was a little kid. And for most of my life, wherever I was, I had a subscription to Reader's Digest. I like it. 3 football fans were talking about the sorry state of their team. I blame the general manager, said the first fan. If he signed better players, we'd be a great team. I blame the players, said the second fan. If they made more effort, we'd score more points. I blame my parents, said the third. If I'd been born in Philadelphia, I'd be supporting a decent team. Yeah, we're going to have to change that. This won't work. We can replace that with Dallas. Yeah. I'll go along with New England or Foxborough, right? If I'd been born in Foxborough, Massachusetts, I'd be supporting a decent team. Or my buddy the Sock Monkey might watch this, so we'll say Denver. Hey, there's Okies Eden. Hi, Okies. I was recording videos when you live streamed this afternoon at 2:30, sir. So usually I know you're very supportive of other channels, and I appreciate that. And when I can, I do the same. But when you YouTube, I think y'all. Hey, Barry, I know that you are you're planning on live streaming some more tonight. So I promise I'm not going to go 2 hours like I did night before last. But I got to get some of these records open. So I got all the ones from night before last put away. They're all in the bins and organized. And I listened to some records today and enjoyed it very much. And hi, Kevin. So Kevin's here. We have enough to get started now. Sock Monkey's here. Howdy, Sock Monkey. So we got 2 expert gardeners here, Okies Eden and the K and Mac project. That's pretty awesome. And that whole orange meated watermelon challenge thing is growing and growing. And by the way, Sock Monkey, I never did harvest those seeds from that melon I had in my backyard like I intended to do. I didn't harvest them in time. The birds got them all. There was melon left, but there weren't any seeds. Apparently, birds really like watermelon seeds. So my plan was to, as a comparison, do it like naturally. I know what you do, and I know you know what you're doing, the fermentation and processing the seeds to try to guarantee a better outcome and a higher percentage of them sprouting and actually becoming a watermelon plant. And I just wanted to do a comparison out of curiosity to let them just sit there for a few days in the melon in the backyard. And I was going to go out with some tweezers and get me, 20 or 30 seeds out of that melon. And the birds beat me to it. And eventually that's nature. All of that watermelon went back to nature in one way or another. Either it's like fertilizer, there's not a trace of it left. And that wasn't that long ago. It's either fertilizer for the soil or it's the birds ate the seeds and the meat and whatever. There's nothing left. It's cool. So Rowdy's here, foothills of Appalachia. So now we have 3 expert gardeners. Rowdy's garden is very impressive. And 2 people I'm not sure if y'all know each other or connected to each other. Rowdy, there's a guy here called Okies Eden, and y'all might enjoy each other's channel. As Rowdy knows Rowdy doesn't have to tell you about farming or any details or specifics. You just look at his garden and say, man, that dude knows what he's doing. So, okay, I was reading, while I waited for some folks to come in, I was reading jokes from Laughter the Best Medicine in my latest Reader's Digest. Sock Monkey gets this too, but he doesn't read it. I gifted him a subscription. Well, maybe not get it. It may have expired. Minnow might read it some, though. I don't know. I think it's a good magazine. All right, here we go. What are we going to do? I do have on my other monitor, I might pull up Collectico here in a little bit, just so we can join in and see what's going on over there. People seem to like that. Hey, Francis, how you doing? Francis is here. Woo! So, that was pathetic, wasn't it, Francis? You should be ashamed of me. I'm ashamed of me. Here we go. Woo! That's a little better. Thank you for coming, Francis. So, Barry had a live stream earlier. And y'all should, I don't know, Barry, do you have it set? You have the option when you start a live stream, you can click, you can toggle, click this box that says allow live stream replay. And then it doesn't default to show you that, but people that come back to watch a replay, it has a little thing underneath the video, the replay video, and it says show the live stream chat or whatever. You click on that, you can see the chat that was happening. If Barry has that, y'all need to go watch it because the conversation somehow turned to unusual foods people eat. And it was like, I won't be able to remember them all. Peanut butter on eggs. And what was it on cinnamon rolls? Chili on cinnamon rolls, I think, or something like just people do some strange things. Sugar on tomatoes. Y'all, the second one made up for the first. Thank you, Fran. I mean, I gotta do the woo justice. And your buddy, oh, you know what? I know who I might be interfering with. Just Roy Delivers. Wasn't he going to live stream again tonight? Because people that I enjoy their channels, I really try not to overlap. But there's so many people now that I love, that I like. Hi, Deb and Mike. Nice to see you. Y'all had a little bit of a challenge, right? Peanut butter on eggs. Yeah, really. There were some weird things that came up. And I don't know, a couple of them I thought, I might try that. And we found out from Nature Dog Realms, her brother has a company that makes specialty sea salts. And one of them is pecan smoked sea salt. And I actually ordered some of that from Walmart, pecan smoked sea salt. She says it's awesome, so I'm gonna give that a try. Maybe that'll come in. Maybe I don't know what to put it on, but maybe me and Sock Monkey can do. We do taste testing on his live streams, Fridays, 5 p.m. Central Sock Monkey live stream, which is actually tomorrow. Me and the Sock Monkey will be live streaming tomorrow on his channel, the K and Mac Project. The Poodle Professor is here. Are you kidding? Really? Is Jennifer here? There she is. Hi, Jennifer. She's been doing a lot of what do you call it, maintenance or whatever. She did not want her RV to freeze, so she showed how to like weatherproof it or winterize it, I guess is the right term. And if anybody is not familiar with the Poodle Professor, she's got a poodle. Imagine that. Jupe. She had two. Sadly, one of them passed. That's the worst thing about owning dogs or cats or any animals that you come to care for. But she did this thing recently. It's been a while, but I really enjoyed it. You need to check out her channel, and I would say start with this thing. She did this deal where she plays one role. Try to imagine this. She's herself. She's Jennifer. She's Poodle Professor. And then she plays the role of her camper. And you can tell which time when she's playing the role of camper because it says camper right there on the front of her shirt. And they like argue back and forth over what she's doing and what the camper needs and whatever. That was so amusing. That was so creative and fun. That was a really good video, Jennifer. I enjoyed that. So let me get caught up on I've learned that it's important. Nobody likes to chat and ask questions or have input and not be heard. I skipped the hellos, but Fran is one of the people that taught me that I see on her channel. She tries to be very responsive to chat. Fran needs to confer with Ric Flair. I could not believe that. Francis in the community, or a lot of the people that I hang out with, if anybody doesn't know her, it's Fran-PHX right here. The PHX is Phoenix. She woos. Somebody gives her a super chat. Like $5. They get 5 woos or something like that, or something good happens. She gives them a woo. Well, the king of woo, I think the inventor, the person that made woo famous, is Ric Flair, an old wrestler, right, from the 80s and 90s, whatever. He'd be being interviewed or whatever. I'm going to win that match and I'm going to take him down. Woo! And I always thought that Fran must be a big Ric Flair fan. The subject came up last night. She don't even know who Ric Flair was. So all of her buddies that have her number, they're sending her all this while she's live streaming. She's getting all these comments, or not comments, texts and stuff from all these people giving her links so she'll see who her Ric Flair is. Do you know now, Francis? Do you actually know? Have you seen Ric Flair and heard a Ric Flair woo? And I get to going like that, and then it puts me further and further behind in the chat. But it's fun. All this stuff. That's why I love these live streams. It was so fun. Switchback Texan is here. Cool. Hi, Switchback. Nice to see you. Always. Makes great, awesome videos. So much thought goes into them and great editing. And you can tell there's a lot of Ric Flair has passed the torch to Francis. I'm okay with that. We even got Chris at Aries World doing woos. It's like contagious, and I don't think Fran minds it. I think she probably likes it. I'm using it. Other people are doing the woos. It's the woo gang. Francis is the leader of the Wu-Tang gang. What was that? There was a band, the Wu-Tang gang or something like that. Anyway, cool. I'm babbling on and getting behind, further and further behind. Valerie, Kissy Cat. Hey, Kissy Cat. Cool. All right. What are we doing here? You're welcome, Jennifer. I see you're thanking me for mentioning your video. Y'all need to go check out Poodle Professor and subscribe to her channel. Follow her all with all of y'all. There's so I think is almost. I'm going down through the thing here, and I think every single person here is a YouTube creator. Calvin the Boston Terrierist. Jeff did videos showing the snowmageddon they got. Unbelievable. I kept asking questions, Jeff, and I think there's so much chat. It's so popular. Just chat goes so fast. I understand there's no way he can answer them all. But in many ways, I don't understand why shovel all that snow and snow blow it and all that stuff when it's still snowing. And I was asking, is that just so you can get your vehicle out because you need to go somewhere? Or does the city ordinance require you to do that? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Fran got a lot of Ric Flair links last night. Valerie met Ric Flair. Valerie met Ric Flair. Okay, tomorrow night, Valerie Reese has a live stream. No, not tomorrow night. Tuesday nights. On Tuesday, Valerie, Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock her time, which is Eastern, which will be 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. Valerie, you just admitted you met Rick a long time ago. We got to hear a woo. Sometime during that live stream, Valerie, we're going to have a woo. You can oorah after the woo, but we got to have the woo. A woo from Steve would be a bonus. Steve does not strike me as a wooer. He's a really cool dude, and he's really chill, and I love that dude. But I would that would be cool to see Steve woo. Okay, I'm gonna try to get caught up. Ric Flair was the most entertaining wrestler ever, says the Switchback Texan. Kissy Cat like the Macho Man. Jeff like the Ultimate Warrior. Jeff is telling me the Wu-Tang Clan. There you go. There you go, Francis. The Wu-Tang Clan. Barry liked Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant was great in the Princess Diaries, right? Yeah. Apparently a Ric Flair woo has 5 O's. Yeah, and sometimes Ric Flair's would be longer, like woo. Okay. Kissy Cat says she boarded Hulk Hogan's private jet while they cleaned it. Lots of chicken bones. That's funny. Hey, you got to have a lot of protein to keep that stuff, the muscles up. Chilos, Barry's saying hi to Chilos. I guess Chilos here. I still haven't worked up the gumption to do the Nalgita. Okay, am I getting caught up or am I not? I'm trying to go real fast. If I miss any of your comments, I'm very sorry. Copy and paste them if they're very important to you. And since we have Jeff here, I want to show y'all something before I get to vinyl records. Did Jeff's neighbors report him slinging snow in their yard? Yeah, Jeff's slinging snow out of his driveway in the neighbor's yard. Yeah, I think there's a space in between. We're just kidding you. Okay. LOL sock. I must have missed the sock monkey comment. I can't go back. That would just put me too far back. Sock monkey. If I need to see it, you're going to have to copy and paste it or type it again. So Jeff is answering this. The driveway needed to be snow blown to 1, get my car out, 2, so the snow doesn't freeze to be hard as a rock, hence making nearly impossible to clear out. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't know that would happen. Maybe like as it starts to thaw and then it refreezes, it's more like ice instead of snow. I get that. And the snow had pretty much stopped then. Okay, I get it. I understand. I had never doubted that you needed to do it. It's just that I guess I have a curious mind. I always ask the why. So Hello, Sarah. Is my daughter here, Sarah? No, Sarah Katz is here. Hi, Sarah. Oh, yeah, that is my daughter, Sarah Katz. I tried to set up a cat cam in there so that I could pop to that screen if anything was going on or to show Turbo taking a nap or just something to throw in here. Again, it didn't work. As soon as I go in the other room, it disconnects. And my phone is on my home wireless. It's great. Sarah's on her days off, so it's no problem. She can stay up as late as she wants, which she does every night, even if it's a work night. She sleeps when she sleeps, and she does what she has to do when she doesn't. So, Kissy Cat says Hulk Hogan ate three entire chickens. And I hope they were cooked. Wow. Oh, Sarah. My daughter gave me a $9.99 super sticker. So I get $5 and YouTube gets $5. But thank you, Sarah. I love you very much. I'm very proud to have you as my daughter. Okay, I'm going to get caught up. I got to show you something. I am caught up. Jeff, the very end of the storm had a little sleet mixed in. Oh, joy. Which made the snow a little less powdery. It would have frozen over time. Yeah, we're still waiting for that snowman, even if it's a miniature snowman. I have never successfully built a snowman in my life. One time when I was a kid and we lived in South Texas, we got about half an inch of snow. And I started building a snowman, but I wanted it to look like Frosty the Snowman, big, like 6 foot tall. And we had carrots in our house, and we had charcoal, which is like coal. I had a plan. And by the time it was like this big, it was like half snow, because I'm trying to scoop this stuff up with my hands and whatever, and half mud. It didn't look like Frosty or the snowman on TV. So I gave up. I haven't tried to build a snowman since. Jeff could build a snowman, but I imagine your hands get really cold, even if you have gloves on. Kissy Cat built a snowman in 1974. It snowed for days in Houston. See, I would have been 14 in 1974. Okay, Barry wants a snow angel too. Yeah, snow angel would be cool. That's nice. All right, I'm caught up. I want to show y'all something. I need to get mailed out. Since Jeff is here, Calvin the Boston Terrierist, I almost feel bad showing this. I found for a good friend of mine, a buddy, a little dog. He loves octopi. This poor octopus, his fate is not good. This octopus is headed to Rhode Island. And let's just say, little dude, your future is not bright. Terror awaits you. However, Calvin will be happy. So it's headed your way, Jeff, and some other stuff. So I hope Calvin likes it. It's I don't know. I've watched him destroy two octopuses during Jeff's rest in peace, octopus. You knew him when he was here and whole. Follow his journey for as long as he lasts. All right. So let me try this. So that I can pop in here if anything really interesting happens. We're going to do a little test to make sure I've got the settings right and everything's working. I'm going to need y'all's help, some feedback. I'm going to unmute Collectico.
This one right here. I'm sorry.
I have it on the same number as it was the other night. Is the audio okay when I'm sharing Collectico? Everybody seemed to like the other night.
All their back stock and some of these titles, I'm like,
there you go, Sock Monkey.
All right, that's so to Jake Gold. Thank you. Kevin
Doc
Huffman
says
on the
the
latest
octopus
countdown to
will rest
extinction.
in pieces.
There's one Stone Temple Pilot, still got white stripes and both Allison chains. And then
Oh,
Poison.
you know what? I'm thirsty.
I looked, somebody wanted to look what the cat dragged
Whatever
in.
you
Beyond
have,
print.
whether
That
that's
album's beyond
water,
print. The only Poison
or
album that's in print
Gatorade, or
is
iced
Native
tea,
Tongue. It's a 2 LP,
or wine, or something
$39.99,
else.
and Open Up and Say All.
Sock
That's
Monkey
the
and I
only two
think are going
Poison
to have
albums.
something different than we've
That's the
ever
only
had
two
before
Poison
on
albums
his
in
live
stock,
stream
okay?
tomorrow.
Next is Stained as 116. We're done
All
with
right, so
Clutch,
I
though.
need a little
Let's go ahead and
feedback.
get some more
Can you hear
auctions.
Collectico?
Clutch is sold to Mark Stanley for $180. Brad
Can you
Waits
hear
on
chat?
Poison. And we have Stained. Still getting bids
Valerie
for
says, look at my
$116.
previous
Last
comment
bid on
about
Dimebag
YouTube.
was $70.
YouTube
If anybody
only
else wants a
takes
Poison, there'll be a
30%
waiting
from
list.
super
And
chats.
somebody else just said
That
something.
includes
It was
taxes and
Melvin's.
fees. I
Sean
just
Alex
Googled it.
Miller, that was my last and only
Cool,
copy
that's
of
good to
Houdini.
know.
But we can do a waiting list if you want. And then Mark Morris on Poison. If you
Oh,
want,
you
we
can
go
hear
ahead and put your name
Collectico.
down unless
Cool.
you say otherwise. Oh boy, Iron
Well,
Maiden, Fear of the Dark, $39.99. There
that's
should be
Chad
a waiting
Williams,
list.
the
Let me go
owner
ahead and
and
check that right
proprietor
now.
of
And
Collectico.
then, just
Hawking
FYI,
albums,
we're
that's
about to
what
put
he
up some more
does.
killer auctions. There are so many
He's good at it. I got a
mind-blowing
box
auctions.
full
We're going to do
here
the Ozzy
beside me.
box set right at 8 o'clock. And
Proof.
between now and then, there's a
I'm
lot more.
having
John
cold
LeBeatty and
beer
Jamie Butler.
now.
John LeBeatty and Jamie Butler
That
on Iron
sounds
Maiden.
pretty good to
So
me.
2 of these are already sold, and we have 2 more, okay? Alice
I'll
in
pause
Chains
so
on
you can
black
get
vinyl.
whatever
Alice
libation
in
that
Chains is
you
on black
choose.
vinyl. Stone Temple Pilots is
And we'll have a
$29.99.
toast.
Sean Alex Miller
Yeah.
wants on the wait list for Melvin's Houdini.
All right,
And then
there you go.
over here, Mark
The
Morris
K
is
and
good
Mac
on
Project
pre-order
has a
for,
thumbnail up for
Poison.
tomorrow's live
And then
stream.
there's 2 copies of Iron Maiden if anybody wants one. Let's add another auction. And then I'm about to start auctioning some Silver Eagles. And I think y'all are going to be wanting to see those. But man,
I have to hold this over
ladies and
the
gentlemen,
trash
I
can.
have a record I've
I'll
only ever
sprinkle
had
the salt
maybe
on the
I'm going to say once,
rim.
twice, or 3
Yeah.
times.
On my
I know,
bottle.
I
like
know
this
I've had it at
on
least
my
once,
cold beer.
maybe twice. But
Twang.
man, this is
Beer, lime salt.
unbelievably tough to get. This is a
Jeff said he
real
ordered some and he ordered the wrong
1991
thing, or they got it mixed up and it came in as pickle salt.
Temple of the Dog.
I've had that
It's not a
for the
bootleg.
just straight
It's
line.
not a reissue. This is the real 1991 U.S. original. We should have.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'll try to keep an eye on this. If anything interesting happens, not that it's for me as a lover of this type of music, classic rock, all kinds of music, but classic rock and classic country are the main things that I look for here, and some pop. I will, but sometimes this all interests me, but sometimes something very unusual happens, especially now it's earlier in the evening than night before last when I live streamed. And every now and then he'll have an album come up that is rare and highly desirable. And pretty early on, it may be the bidding may be $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. It doesn't happen all that often, but I'll be watching out to see. I think this is new. These are new albums, something you could go to Walmart and buy that he just keeps in inventory and sells at the same or a better price than you could get at Walmart or Target or at Amazon, whatever. So I'll be keeping an eye on this. In the meantime, this is my most recent delivery from Collectico. I think the thinnest one I've ever gotten. Not bad. I'm throttling down. I'm actually listening to some of the ones that I've already bought. I really don't need a lot of more records. Let's see what we got here. They package them very well. If you want to buy records, if you want some vinyl albums, want to get into that, Collectico is a great place to go. So this is the Facebook live sale ending January the 17th. So this is just a couple of weeks ago. And I got my invoice. It shows everything that's here. And not before last I talked about this, how I realized after I talked to the lady, and I think there may be 2 or 3 people or Hey Sports Cards and Things. I told people the other night, and I'm going to tell you, I know you, and I know that I would be perfectly willing to make you a mod. I cannot do that on StreamYard, but on the replay, the chat replay tomorrow, and I did this for 3 people yesterday, because I live streamed night before last, doing the same thing, and I can go back and I found that I can make them a mod off the replay. Just click on the name and same way you would do it in a live stream, which is really cool. So anyway, I told a story about the lady. I met her at the gas pump getting gas, and I complimented her on her Jeep, and the Jeep's name was Mrs. Mojo Rising, and it's a takeoff on Mr. Mojo Rising, which was a sign of the lyrics in a Doors song, and she taught me, I didn't know this, that Mr. Mojo Rising unscrambled has all the same letters as Jim Morrison. And I came home and I got to thinking about that and realized I didn't have any Doors albums, and this is one of the things that I did to address that. Hi, Mandy Lee Rain. Yep, a lot of beautiful people in here. You're right, Mandy Lee Rain. And thank you for coming in, by the way, sports cards and things. I jumped right into how I can make you a mod, and I didn't even say welcome. There are 14 people here. That's really cool. My primary reason for doing this live stream is I need to get this stuff open so I can put it up. It's starting to stack up here beside me, and I really want to get things a little more organized and everything. And I got to tell you, I promise you, I will never live stream and come in and say, well, I'm going to live stream because I need the hours. I really don't have anything to show you or anything interesting to talk about, but I need more hours, and I need more subscribers. And people do that all the time. I see it, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Even if that's why you're doing it, don't announce that 2 minutes into your live stream. My goodness. I just see it all the time. People that, like, their focus is totally on, I got to grow my channel. I need hours. I need subscribers. I got to live, wow. I think, so what I tell people is have fun. That comes through. Do what you enjoy, what's fun, and have some content, find something there. I tell you what, anywhere you live, there are interesting things, even if it's just a walk out through the brush, through the pasture. There are fascinating things out there that people love to see. We should never take for granted that where we live, that other people are familiar with that and it's boring to them. People show me things that I understand it. You live there every day, so it's the same things you see every day. But people that live other places, like there are people here in California and Colorado and Idaho, in Rhode Island, in Arizona, in Alabama, and all over the place. And they turn on their camera and start walking around. I'm like, wow, I never knew it was like that there. That's fascinating. So Mandy Lee Rain is a great example of that. Where she lives is like YouTube creator heaven, you might say. But then again, if you could be out in the desert and out in West Texas or in Arizona or the most barren parts of New Mexico, and there's something interesting there that you can go show people. Now, see, I get off on these tangents. Right, sock monkey. But I think it's a great point, Don't sit at the kitchen table and say, hey, I don't have anything to talk about. Gosh, go outside. There's a lot of beauty outside no matter where you are, and whether you're in the city or the country or the mountains or whatever. So anyway, the Doors. Let's see what's the name of this album. This may be, because it's just the Doors. And I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, this may be a lot of times the self-titled albums are their first album. This is the first thing that they ever released. It's got Light My Fire. Oh, man. Yep, I'll check it out. We need to move along. Okay, find a place to put these. We'll be safe. And, okay, we got trivia. Speaking of trivia, I have a trivia question to ask about this album, but I talked to Sock Monkey for a little bit last night, and he has a pretty good idea, I think. I think it'll be fun. We're going to ask some trivia questions tomorrow night. Not like opening a box of trivia cards, like that. It's going to be Todd and Sock trivia. Just fun things that we've done, I think, but whether it's on his live streams or in our videos or something, and fairly recently, because a year ago, not many people watched our show. We didn't have any subscribers or whatever, but just some fun things, nothing, and maybe some other trivia. That I think that should be fun. So here is my trivia question about this band. I'm going to show you the album, and you'll see the name of the band. They have what a lot of people call, about the one-hit wonders. I think this band had a one-hit wonder, if I'm not mistaken. What was their one-hit wonder? And I don't know, some of their other songs might be interesting. Make your screen big. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Who's the Barry? Sorry, Barry. I forgot. Oh, man. I appreciate it, and I'm sorry for that. You're the size of a thumbnail. Yeah, so there's the Doors album that I was talking about. Not bad. Y'all are good. At least I glanced at the chat and realized, without too long. So anyway, it's the Romantics, right? I might be wrong about this. What's their biggest hit and probably the only one anybody can name? Let me see if it's on this album. It is not. I don't think so. I know there's some lag, so I'm going to wait just a minute. I wish there was a place I could set this up so we could double back to this. There you go, Barry. Not surprised Barry got it. What I like about you, you really know how to dance. Yep. Kissy Cat says the last concert she saw at Gillies was the Romantics. Gillies is the place, the scene or the setting for a lot of urban cowboy. And Kissy Cat lives in that area. And I forget, I think Mickey Gilley got like seven or nine number one hits out of that, what do you call it, the soundtrack, whatever, the songs from Urban Cowboy. He made a lot of money off of Urban Cowboy. Gillies was doing small concerts in the 80s. Yeah, probably before. I saw a video about that the other day, about what Urban Cowboy did for Gillies and for the sale of cowboy hats and boots. I mean, it was a big fad after Urban Cowboy. John Travolta was a very thin, very young man with a head full of hair. And that was back in the day, wasn't it? So I don't know. I don't remember buying this, and I don't remember why I bought it. It's a sealed record. It's an old sealed record that I got really cheap, and it's Clapton, but not just the Clapton album. It's him singing with Stephen Marley, and I don't even know, Eric Clapton, Every Little Thing. Side A is Steppers Mix by Damian Marley and One Drop Mix by Damian and Stephen Marley. And side B is album version and No Sympathy. So there's a certain name for this, because this is not a half hour long play of music. It's only about 9 minutes on one side and about 9 minutes on the other. And there's a word for it and a phrase for it, and I can't remember what that is. Anyway, I'm not sure why I bought that. That happens sometimes, It does. All right, what do we got next here? Ooh. Yeah. All right. So I was looking. God, that was it. In the last couple of days, I went and looked again. I already knew this was happening. And I really think I almost bought a ticket. I almost did. So this is a Dwight Yoakam album. And I think it's This is a 1988 U.S. OG, meaning it's the original pressing. It's the original copy of the record as it would have been in a record store in 1988. It's not a repressing or a later print. It's called Buenas Noches from a Lonely Room. And Dwight Yoakam is around 70 now. Look, in 1988, I love Dwight Yoakam. I absolutely love Dwight Yoakam. This was $1.99 when it was originally bought. All right. How many years ago was that? 30, 38 years ago. And this album, you can see what they mark. A very, very special or highly desirable albums. Selectco, when they pull them out and grade them, they put this sticky note on them, and you can see that's a 1988 U.S. OG, sealed, meaning it's never been opened. And I paid $40 for this record. I know, but so that, and $40 is the start. This was not like in the bin right in front of him where there's a price and the first one to say, I'll take it, gets it. This was an auction. But most of the people, not all, but most of the people, this is to my advantage, most of the people at Collectco are after metal or rock and roll and more recent, like 90s and the 10s. And, there's more young people than there are old people buying records. There just is. It's natural, right? So a lot of things like this. So what I'm trying to say is this was a $40 start. And I opened almost immediately. I said, I'll open with 40 for the Dwight album. And nobody else bid. I got this for the opening bid. And I'm sitting here thinking, please, nobody else bid, because I don't want to bid more. And I'm also thinking, how high would I go for that record? And I don't even remember. Probably thinking like, you know what? If somebody else bids 45, I'm going to be out, or I'll go 50 and no more. I don't know. These thoughts go through my head. That's just part of the process of doing this, buying albums like that. But I remember I was really happy when I got it for $40 because see, the start was $40, and there's the sticky note that was on it when I pulled it out of the box. So cool. Really happy about that. Probably, I think I'll listen to that tomorrow. Wish we could listen to it now. All right. Every now and then this happens. It does. This happens. Something that might blow your mind. This, you might think, oh, that's for, oh, you know what? I can't show this. I can't show you this record. I'm sorry. I'm not trying. I know, but golly, should I? I can't. I can. If it goes the wrong way, I'll just have to buy another one. This record was not cheap, and I really like this singer. I like this girl. I like her music. I just do. I liked it from the beginning because my daughters listened to it when she first came out and became famous, and I don't know what that was, late 90s, early 2000s, and I like her music. But I also thought I might send this to someone. I thought about singing them the Divas, an album of the biggest diva of the 70s, a lady female singer diva of the 70s, and an album of the biggest diva of the 80s, 90s, 10s, and then we know who the 20s is. Actually, the 10s and 20s are the same singer. But it's a double LP by Avril Lavigne, and it is in essence a like a best of, greatest hits. I think the first thing of hers that I heard on the radio, and then we probably had the CD because my kids liked it, was Complicated. Why did you have to make things so complicated? But these songs after that. Anyway, this old dude bought a Avril Lavigne record. Oh, so what? Jeff likes Avril Lavigne. See, there you go. I'm not crazy or weird. I missed a whole lot of. Oh, yeah. Kissy Cat hated Dwight's character in Sling Blade. Well, somebody had to play it, and that's one of the greatest movies ever. And Billy Bob Thornton did a wonderful job. That is just one great movie. Yeah, I was. Chad was talking last night about. You're talking about the number of vinyl albums sold. He was talking about he had seen some graphs or charts about the quantity, the volume of vinyl sold, and it's over the last year or two, it's just skyrocketed. It's unbelievable, and that's not like classic old vinyl from the '70s, like the OG that I showed. This is new vinyl, sealed, like you buy at Walmart or Target or Amazon or whatever. Uh, he and I knew that. I mean, vinyl is back, and there's a reason for it. It sounds better than any other format that you play music on. Okay, that's that new delivery. So I'm going to go back. I want to do a few more because I really want to get through some of these. I've got these stacked up from a live stream that I did a week or 10 days ago or something like that, and I'd been an hour, and it got pretty late. And what that box was like pretty thick, and I hadn't gotten through it. So I'm going to pop through these right quick, and then I think let's see. I've been on 46 minutes. I'm not going an hour. I think Barry might go. Hi, Master Baked. Thank you for coming in. I need to make sure. I really want to acknowledge anybody that came in. Let me see if I missed anybody. Uh, why you gotta make things so complicated? Now I want to hear that song, Jeff. Oh, you know what? Jeff is a really good. Oh, what? Oh, never mind. I got. Uh, Jeff, you want to come in and sing that for us? How about you, Mandy Lee Rain? You want to sing Avril Lavigne? Anybody? Have Fun in Nature is here. Hi, Tiffany and Brian, if you're there. I love you guys. So glad I met you. Everybody connect with each other. Let's get through this because I don't want to go too late. The other night I thought about and mentioned I might stop. I need to stop this a little over an hour in, and it wound up going 2 hours. As hard as it is to. Oh, Chris, thank you so much. Y'all check out Nature Dog Realms. My heart's with you, Chris. I know you got a dog that you love very much. Um, that's ill. That's having problems, and I don't know what the results are. I know you had to take her in to, I guess, get a biopsy or something like that, and that just breaks my heart. And I know it breaks your heart. I just hate that. The best dog, my dog that was just my best buddy, his name was Drew. He was half Black Lab and half Great Dane. And I've got video of him, a good bit of video that I've thought about showing. But he had this thing start growing on the side of his ribs. And money was tightening, really tight. And I lived an hour away from Texas A&M, and they have a veterinarian center, and it's like world class or whatever. And the local vet there, living near Giddings, Texas at the time, I took to the vet, and this dog has cancer. You need to put this dog down. And he told me flat out it's going to cost so much money to remove this tumor, and the cancer won't go away. You're just buying him time. Who knows how much time? It depends on how aggressive it is when it comes back. So I couldn't help it. I took Drew to College Station, to the vet clinic at Texas A&M. This was in the early 1990s, late 80s, early 90s. I was around 19. My dad was still alive, so it would have been 90 or 91. And it was like $480. It's just under $500, which was at that time for me where I lived. That was like more than 2 months of rent to save this dog. And I didn't have that much money. I mean, I could come up with it, but it was hardship. But I didn't think twice about it. I did it. And he lived nearly another year, but that it came back. And I know we've all dealt with these things with their pets, and it was just tough. And yeah, always somewhere in my live streams, I get off on this thing that's like, whoa, just such a downer. And I'm sorry, but it's life. There's happy things in life, and there's sad things in life, and there's funny things, and there's inspiring things. Some of you, a lot of you, are the things that inspire me. I want Barry and Steph. Jersey loves Steph. Those are my two greatest inspirations. And Valerie. Valerie, I watch a lot of the things about the disciples, the thing, those what are they called? I forget what you call them, but I watch those. But I don't. I notice most people there'll be like 27 likes and no comments or one or two comments. And I don't know, maybe is that appropriate or something? It's not the proper thing um, to comment on or something. So most of the times I don't, but I watch them all the way through. I might be doing something like sweeping or mopping or organizing albums or whatever I'm doing, but I'm listening to you. Mandy Lee Rain had a cat named Bella. We have a dog named Bella. Needed a wagon to walk on, or or to walk or MRI. Okay, our longtime vet had his it was his daughter's dog. It was a dachshund, and she was paralyzed in the back, and she had that one of those wagon things. She had wheels in the back, and she stayed in the lobby in the waiting room of the vet's office all day because his daughter worked. And this dog was just super friendly. Everybody loved it. No one complained. And I think his name was Trudy or something like that. A wonderful dog. She just front legs just going around and then with her little wheel thing behind her. I think that's what she's talking about. Oh, Jeff, thank you very much. The Collectco Fund. All right. Well, here's what I bought with the Collectco Fund. Bad Company. This is what I've been listening to for the biggest part of 2 days. I always liked Bad Company, and I've fallen in love. I love them even more now than I ever did. Did I show this the other night? I think I did. Are we going through? These are things. Oh, these are things that I need to have put up that I didn't get in the stack to be put away. Those of you that were here before, yeah, we did this right. Tom Petty, greatest hits. I'm pretty sure. Looked at this night before last, and I got two Don Williams. Don Williams, greatest hits, and Don Williams, Volume 3. Yep, I think I've already shown them. Let's get to new stuff. Where am I at? We're at 53 minutes. About 5 minutes, and then I'm going to say my goodbyes and everything. Thank you for confirming that, Sock Monkey. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I guess that's why they were sitting on the top off on the other box instead of in the main crate. But hey, that just means I'm closer to my goal being accomplished of getting through all of them so that I can put them away and come up with something else to do in the live streams. Okay, this is different. These records I ordered from Walmart, from Walmart.com, because I wanted them. I knew they were for sale. So what happens is Chad, he may have 5 copies of a new sealed record that's out there on the market that people can just go buy. And people put in, the first come first serve. And when the first 5 people say they want that record, they're all gone. And he puts you on a waiting list. In a week or 2 or 3 weeks later, when he gets more in, he will add that to your order and add that to your invoice. And I don't like that, because if you do that, I wouldn't say you lose control. I mean, you ordered it. It's the same money But if it's a month later, all of a sudden there's an additional charge on your invoice that you didn't buy that week. That's from a month ago, and I'd rather just go ahead and get it now because the price is the same. So what do we have here? This is here's the thing. Pink Floyd. I'm going to do a live stream or maybe a video, maybe several of them. And what I'm going to do is the big bands. I'm going to pull out all of my album collection of that band and do research on each of the albums, the chronological order of their discography, or at least of what I have. And there's interesting backstories on almost all of the iconic records, which are the ones I'm going to do that on. And I think that will actually be really interesting. And this is one that I was missing that I really needed to have. And it is Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. If you have a Pink Floyd collection, which no way their entire discography, no way. But if you want to get the most important records, the most desirable records in their discography that anybody would want in their collection, this is definitely one of them. And this is a new release. This is not like an OG or a record from back in the day. It's still sealed in shrink wrap, and it's on yellow vinyl, and it is probably 180 grams. The really heavy new records they have that I love. So anyway, glad to get that. And another in the same category, the very same category, the Eagles, One of These Nights, didn't have this. And if you have an Eagles collection, you need this. So there you have it. Okay. Almost done for tonight, y'all. Oh. All right. Let's just I've already looked at those. Already shown those before. Well, I may be closer to being done with this box than I thought I was. All right, here we go. Thin Lizzy. Anybody like Thin Lizzy? This is Bad Reputation. Let's see if this is a gatefold. Nope, it's a single LP. But I like Thin Lizzy. My favorite Thin Lizzy song is the Cowboy Song. I am just a cowboy, lonesome on the trail. Let's see. Popping through this. The Guess Who, number 10. And we got this late at night. See, this was originally $19.99. I got this for $10. This was in a half price bin. And I like the Guess Who, the Who, whatever you want to call them. Depends on when it was. Oh, look, this would be fun to talk about. You know what? This one might come back up. I'll go ahead and show it to you, but I need to do some research about all the stuff that he did. He is a very, very colorful and interesting fellow from Texas, and it is Kinky Friedman. He is a singer, comedian, and attempted politician and definite character who did a lot of crazy things. And Kissy Cat's phone cover is Pink Floyd. I mean, get caught up on the chat. The Sock Monkey saw Bad Company when they first started. They opened for Van Halen in Boulder. That's cool. Living on Toll's the time. Best Don Williams song ever. Don Williams had if you go look at Don Williams' discography or the list of his hits, it's impressive. I mean, you just don't realize till you go see. The guy's good. Very enjoyable to listen to. I love Don Williams. So, Mandy Lee Rain went to see them 15 years ago. I showed so many records. See, now I don't know which I think she's talking about Bad Company. So, hey, Fran. Woo! See, you can't. I got to learn, Fran. That was weak. So, Fran did a woo. I think for some. Oh, I see. Jeff, Calvin the Boston Terrierist. Oh, I said something about that. I think the Collectco Fund. Thank you so much again, Jeff. You're a good friend and a generous man, and you got a great dog. That's all I tease Jeff. I say things like, you go hang out with my buddy Calvin and his assistant Jeff. So anyway, so Kinky Friedman ran for governor repeatedly. He might have run for president one time. I don't know. He never came close to winning, but he is an interesting character. Uh, I got to do some research. We'll bring Kinky back up. Let's see this. Just the list of songs on this record. It's called "Lasso from El Paso." Inside one is "Sold American," "Twinkle," "Ahab the Arab," "Dear Abby," "Kinky," and "Lady Yesterday." Side two is "Catfish," "Men's Room L.A.," "Bananas and Cream," "Old Ben Lucas," "The Ballad of Ira Hayes," and "Wait Please Wait Anyway, I'll look into that. We'll get back to that. You can look it up yourself. Google Kinky Friedman, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That dude was one of a kind. Oh, check it out. Here's who wants to come in and sing this song with me. Oh, I forgot to say. It's one of those things where I get off on. I'm talking about something and I get off on a tangent. When I was talking about Dwight Yoakam, I mentioned this before, and I'll probably mention it again. He's going to be on tour, nearly 70 years old, and ZZ Top, the two remaining members of ZZ Top, are going to be on tour this year. And there will be a period of time, 4 or 5 months, they're going to be performing together. And I've looked it up. There's a casino in El Reno, Oklahoma. It's not the WinStar, which is the closest to me, which is right on the Texas-Oklahoma border. This one is west of Oklahoma City. And I think it's like May or April. They're going to be there. Dwight Yoakam with ZZ Top. And I would really like to go see that and hang out. And I looked at all the things to do. It's an Indian reservation, this casino. It's actually in a town with a different name, a place with a different name. But I think that would be a lot of fun. And there are still plenty of tickets of it. Not a lot of tickets. I have to make a decision pretty soon if I'm going to go to that or not. But it's a pretty far drive. Probably to there, so about 7 hours to Oklahoma. Probably about 7, 8 hours of drive time. So for me, travel time, that's probably about 10 plus hours because I don't drive a long way without stopping. I got to stop and get a geocache and get something to eat and get a sandwich and walk around and I don't know, stop and visit with somebody for a while. And I don't get in any hurry. So here we go. To end it off, we're going to go, all of you. I'm not going to list them all, but we got Mandy Lee Rain and Kissy Cat and Chris with Nature Dog Realms. And I'll try to go through them. There's a lot of ladies here, a lot of, or some. I don't know if I missed Aries Virgo. She came in and then she said goodnight. She was leaving. Chris, Nature Dog Realms. Anyway, to all you ladies, here we go. We're ending with American Woman. There we go. So guess who? Everybody knows that song, right? American Woman. Great song. Yep. Cool. That's and there they are. Back in the day. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I looked it up. The Guess Who and the Who or the same band. They were the Guess Who, and then they had new management and new producers or new whatever, and they changed their name to the Who. And for 2 albums, they were just the Who, and those were their biggest selling and best albums of all time. And they went back to the Guess Who, and things went downhill. Should have stayed the Who. Sean, the Jedi Master. Sean, I hadn't got your package mailed out to you, but I will. I've been sitting on. I've had this thing to send to Calvin for a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever. There you go. There's the live stream we're going to do tomorrow. Sock's live stream. And Valerie, if you have a link to your live stream for next Tuesday, you can post it now because I'm fixing to be out of here. Or if anybody has a video coming up, a premiere, anything that they want to do, to drop it in. Or if you have anything you want to say, you know what, I should not do this because I'm going to end it soon. If anybody wants to help me sign off or say whatever, click on that link. I'm not going to stay a long time. You can promote anything you want to, Francis. Mishra's Adventures live on Monday night. Yeah. So Angela, Mishra's Adventure is going to do trivia, from what I understand, starting Monday night. I look forward to that. Yes, we will wait, Fran, for you to go grab that link. Or are you just saying promote it, or do you have a link? Okay. I think most of y'all know Angela, Mrs. Adventure America. That's Troy's wife. In. Okay, Fran's gonna go get it, and Fran's one of those young people that's techie, and it won't take her 15 minutes like it would me. But I subscribe to her, and I try to go in and I hit that notification. It says, even though I have the bell on, when you go see it, it'll have a little thing in there that says notify me, and I click on that, and that way I know I always get the notification, not only when it's on, but when it's 30 minutes away from airing, from starting. Thank you, Francis. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you for joining me. I got a lot of this open. I got plenty stuff to do to put these records away. And I didn't show Collectco that much, but tonight we'll do that later. People seem to like that, so I'm going to make that a normal part of my live streams, but it won't be the focus. Just we'll pop in there once in a while. And also, if something really cool starts happening, something extraordinary or above the norm, we'll do that. Thank you all very much. Y'all be good. God bless you. Be safe. See you next time.